Let them speak. Review. Patterns 1 to 16. Please repeat or answer. Which kid did he tell you to bring? Weren't you supposed to ask her when she's coming? Is it okay to ask her if I can go? Who let you take it? What did you decide to ask her to do? Who had the chance to drive there with her? Did you ask them why they were going to bed early? Would he like to ask her to marry him? What did he say to you, let's eat? Did they plan on asking her when she plans on returning? Wasn't it all right to clean it up? Who asked her when she stopped attending school? When are you going to ask her to send it? What do you plan to tell him to bring? Who asked him if you used to know him? Did almost all of the kids say they liked being there? Who is supposed to tell him to quit working? Who told you to open the window? Did he say he managed to carry it there? When did he tell you he needed to be home? Who should tell her she won't be able to go back? Where did she ask you if you had to go? What did he say he felt like eating? How old did she say she was? How many of the children knew how to solve it? Did he say it was the most expensive watch? Didn't she help him get it? Who was that older man? Didn't she ask you how you got there? Who let him do it? Who asked her to pick it up? Weren't you interested in getting a better car? Is it okay if I tell her to come back? Isn't it all right if they don't eat that? Did both of them say they couldn't bring it? Did all of them get bigger computers? Did she say it is the coldest place to live? Who did she say was the funniest? What will you tell her to buy? Which flowers did he say are more expensive? Did they all say it was a large house? Who did you manage to contact? When did she say to come? Didn't she ask you if you wanted to go? Did she come to tell you to wait there? Did some of the kids tell you they had to leave early? How did he like your letter? When did she ask you if you planned to go there? How many of the people showed up? What sort of books does he enjoy reading? Where did she tell you to meet her? Did he say it was worth going to see that? Has he been telling them that you weren't going to be coming? Will he tell her what he did? Do you plan to tell him if you can make it tomorrow? Would you rather tell him to come some other time? Where did most of the teachers have to meet? Isn't it all right to tell her to come tonight? Didn't she say she was interested in seeing that apartment? Who told her not to make it? Should you ask her why she won't be able to go? When did she tell you not to bring it? They couldn't help waiting for her. There is nothing I could do but sell the old car. All she wanted to eat was hamburgers. When did she begin to tell people she felt sick? Who asked you why you weren't able to be there? Is this computer almost the same as that computer? How is this shirt different from that one? There is no sense trying to help her. When will she stop telling them to come back? Who did you see her telling not to bring food? What did she pretend to say to him? Don't you hope to be there with him? What was the weather like yesterday? How much money did he tell you to bring? What kind of movies is she interested in seeing? When did he ask you to come to his office? Where did she tell you to bring all of the food? How did he say to do it? She might as well not give them the money. What will she be like? Doesn't it sound like they were fighting? Did you hear them talking about her? Didn't you get the chance to ask her to go with you? Who asked him why he had to go? Who told him not to say it? Wasn't she in the middle of explaining it? How many of the men told you they felt bad? Weren't you happy they told them to leave? Did she say it was bad to say that? Who helped him to get here? Did you get to ask her how she likes it? When were you thinking of telling him you weren't going to be coming? All they tried to do was clean the house. She might not tell him what he did last night. How did you like her singing? Did she almost tell him that she was going to be coming? Has she got to ask her when she'll be there? Did you let her tell him that she didn't feel like going out on a date? What is she done doing? There is nothing I can do but watch it. There was no use telling him where I went. Who said it didn't taste so good? Didn't it feel like they weren't getting along with each other? Did you ask her whether she decided to take him? Did you hear him tell her he didn't want to leave? Did she keep on telling them that it wasn't worth it to go there? Does it look like they are having fun? Was she able to ask him how many people would rather eat later? Who said it tasted like chicken? Who had you tell them that they won't be able to eat there? Will he have trouble telling her that? Was she done reading it? What type of dessert did she tell you to get? Didn't any of the kids get sick? What were the meals like? Did any of the men tell you to come back? Will some of the girls ask him to go out on a date? Who asked you where you started walking? Will some of the kids be sorry you're leaving? Are they too upset to talk? Where did she say she ate last night? Who kept her from carrying it there? There was no use being there. Is this almost the same as that one? Did she almost tell him she wasn't going to go with him? Does it smell like your mother is cooking? What have you got to tell her to bring? Didn't he say, let's do it tomorrow? Do some of the boys need to do their homework? All he's got to take are the books. Didn't it feel like he was lying to both of us? Did the two of them get an opportunity to make money there? Did you make her tell him to leave? Did he say to come back tomorrow? Did you ask her why she kept doing that? What did she ask them they were eating? Did all of the kids say they were supposed to eat now? Did she say he was the best looking? Did you say that is best to use at night? Did he say he was set to move there? Who had her come back this afternoon? Who had trouble understanding that? What did you end up telling her? Did he say he looked forward to meeting her? Who asked her when they had to go? Are you thinking of telling him it's all right to take it? Who made you tell them all not to do it? Did all of them say they needed to find it? How many of them managed to get a new job there? Didn't he wind up getting there late? Who told you not to wake her up? Will some of them know how to finish doing it? Don't they all like being here? When did she ask you if you hope to be there? Haven't they been talking? When have you got to tell her to be home? Will you be able to tell her you decided to buy all of it? Should some of the girls come back tonight? Who said, "Let's not do it tonight"? Did she tell you when he's going to be driving there? Didn't all of them ask you to go to the party? What is the difference between your town and his town? All she likes to do is dance. Wasn't she used to taking care of all of the kids? Did some of them used to play at your house? She might not be interested in finding out. Did she say she was the happiest? Did she get angry with him? Who did she say helped him to fix it? Wasn't it similar to some of the other ones? Did he tell her it was worth it to see that city? Who asked him to read it? Weren't you happy you had to go? Was she disappointed to sell it? Didn't they have a hard time finding that? Will you ask her why she can't come? Did you tell her she could use it? There was nothing he could do but listen to her. Would you rather tell him to come back later tomorrow? What would they prefer to eat? Weren't they thinking of telling him to leave? What did she decide to sell? They might as well not tell them. All he tried to do was clean it. Did she ask you what he was in the middle of doing? Wasn't she done talking? Did it look like she wasn't satisfied he did it? Didn't some of the kids say they didn't want to do it? What did almost all of them hear him saying? Did you have difficulty believing her? Who is supposed to tell her not to come back? How did he like your cooking? What book did he manage to finish reading? Didn't he say that was more difficult to do? Didn't she first say let's not go tonight? Who tended to like it the most? Does she feel he hasn't been trying? What did she ask you to pick up? When did you ask her if she's got to go?